Starting last night, you probably didn't see it on Fox, but there was a ceremonial first pitch delivered by one of our great Hall of Fame members. He was very famous for his World Series Game 6 heroics back in 1975, Carlton Fisk. And he was asked to deliver the first pitch in last night's game, the ceremonial first pitch, along with Louis Tion, great pitcher of Red Sox lore. And as Fisk made his way out to the mound and prepared to deliver the ball, he promptly donned this beard. But it's a great representation worn by our Hall of Famer, a World Series hero from 1975, a great fixture of the Boston Red Sox family, and a guy who kind of got things started last night. The Red Sox, as you know, won 3 straight games to wrap up the title, and last night's game was fairly dominant. The atmosphere there at Fenway Park was electric. But really what started that 3-game winning streak is this bat right here. Game 4 was played on Sunday night. The Red Sox were down at that time 2-1. It was a very tightly contested game on Sunday night, and Jonny Gomes came to the plate. He was only in the starting lineup because Shane Victorino was a scratch, and he launched a 3-run home run to give the Red Sox the lead with this bat. So Johnny donated that bat and these batting gloves. Not every story is about the winning team, and not every story that happens is historic, record-breaking in nature. I think if you all were watching the series, you know that there were 2 games that were really instrumental and important to the series, and they involved the umpires. Game 1, the umpires huddled and reversed a call that was made by Dana DeMuth at second base after the umpires converged and consulted. Game 3, for the first time ever, a World Series game ends on an obstruction call. This was such a unique situation, and we requested last night the jacket worn by John Hirschbeck, who was the crew chief, for his leadership in providing that call. As we go past Game 4, the momentum is starting to shift. It's a 2-2 series at this point. A guy by the name of David Ortiz continued to hit at lightning, at just a lightning and frenetic pace. Finished the series batting .688. In Game 5 on Monday, he went 3 for 4. He used this bat during Game 5. Then we get into what's really building here in this momentum, and not only was David Ortiz a big influencer in those games in St. Louis, but backup catcher David Ross became the story. And what we came home with was his skull helmet and his catcher's mask. Another member that we thought would be noteworthy for us to document, 21-year-old Xander Bogaerts of Aruba of the Netherlands Antilles, was a really interesting story. At 21 years old, was the 3rd youngest player ever to triple in a World Series game, but he did agree to donate his batting gloves, and he had several key hits within the World Series. So this is a nice contribution, and also continues to show the evolution of baseball as an international game. On the night of Game 4, Koji Uehara was a pitcher. These are his spikes that he wore throughout the series. First you see Koji U on the back of his spikes. You see lots of mound dirt from Fenway Park last night. Stephen Drew was really the glue of the infield for the Boston Red Sox. Played outstanding defense, and this is the glove that he wore throughout the postseason and donated that to us. And equipment is so vital to our collections and preservation efforts because it really gives a glimpse at what every position looks like on the diamond in the year in which it was played. So after doing about 2 hours of media interviews, somewhere around, I don't know, 12:30, 1 a.m. this morning, he was headed into the clubhouse, and I stopped him and asked him for the jersey. And again, it's so interesting to see these pieces as moments that they don't become artifacts until the proper moment. So I tried to convince him to take it off before he went into the clubhouse. And he said, okay, I'll get it as soon as I get into my office. And he crossed into the door of the clubhouse, and within 3 feet of getting into his office, he was promptly doused by his players in beer and champagne. And so the jacket has a beautiful odor today. It smells so fresh, because it is. He looks up after getting this dousing from his players and this celebration, And he looks over at me, he says, "You still want the jacket?" I said, "Absolutely." So it doesn't change our history. We will take some steps to extract that beer and champagne smell. So these are the foundational pieces for the exhibit that Eric and his team will work to create in the next few weeks.